Hello, Sweet Tooth here. Hope your day is going well. Hakuna Matata. Welcome back. Let's play some more Danganronpa. Trigger Happy Havoc. I'm actually on the 6th class trial. We'll see how it goes. We'll see who the mastermind is. Personally, I think it's Hero. That guy is so strange looking. I blame him for everything. Everything. It's Hero's fault. Let's do this! Yeah! I guess I'm the first one this time. You're early, Makoto. Does that mean you feel prepared? Yeah, for now, at least. But where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet? Yeah. Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. And just like that, like she said. Hello! Byakuya! Don't you look at me like that. Byakuya. They arrived one after another, but they were all in the same state of shock. Don't you look at me either like that. Ina! Stop it. Hero, I'm not gonna handshake you. Silence. And it wasn't any normal silence. It was a deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first class trial. I don't even know how to say that. Alamalate. Ah, strong silent master, so wonderful. So cool, so hot, my loins are ablaze. Now listen, everything will be just fine if you leave it to me. With my sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and shiv the master of evil. But I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. If it's what master wants, it can be boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. That you? Where am I? No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Is everyone here? Ooh, and wearing our gloomy Gus faces. I see. Okay, well then, let's begin. This class trial, man, is gonna be slathered in pitch black despair. Climaxium sorrow. Oh, my nose. My nose is so itchy. You're right. This is the final class trial, and this time it'll be fair. What do you mean, this time? Stop with all the slander. I'm a bear in good standing, you know? If there was a Mr. Fairy Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this time, see we're fair and square. And I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than the hope. Enough of your tedious drivel. Begin the trial already. Sure. Let's begin this trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below. So don't try to run away. Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever. This will be over in no time. With an inexplicable confidence, Byakuya was the first to enter the elevator. One by one, the others followed. Stop looking at me like that. And I'm not going to handshake you. Get in there, Toko. Nobody made eye contact, nobody said a word. They just disappeared into the elevator. They're all acting odd. Like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other. But you know why that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so. Well, you can tell us all about it soon. At the class trial. You're right, I'm ready. Ready to win, right? Yeah, let's just get on the elevator. Of course. I'm glad to hear you say that. Just get on the elevator, stop talking. And then Kyoko was aboard the elevator. And then it makes me click on the elevator to get in it. Just get in the elevator. No, 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 no. Stop talking. Stop. It's like there's like 5 sentences of dialogue or, well, inner dialogue that you got to go through every single time before you do any single action. Jeez Louise. I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. Without warning, it began to descend. Deeper and deeper. Deeper, deeper, deeper still. Deeper. Is this necessary? Is this really necessary inside the narrative? I closed my eyes and the sight fell away. All sound, too, disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later, I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. This is the final trial site. What do you think? Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate? It's a long-awaited last stage, the always exciting final boss battle. And I'm going to sit in on this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat. Well then, let's begin! Oh boy. Here we go. I don't even have good skills. Since this will be the final class trial, I've come up with a special rule. So listen up. If you can figure out Makoto's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school, you guys win. But if you can't, then I win. And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment! Are you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself? Yep, sure will. And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later? Of course not. Bears never go back on their word. Never mind all that. I just have one question for you. Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are you feeling okay? Is the mastermind only one person? Don't bother, I already know the answer. You're all the mastermind, aren't you? You're all out to get me. I'm right, aren't I? I knew it. Oh, boy.
黒幕と繋がってんだろ。証拠もあるし間違いねえべ。
それはこっちのセリフだよ。あんたたちの方こそ私を騙してるんでしょ。その証拠だってあるんだからね。
奇遇だな。証拠なら俺もあるぞ。俺以外の全員が組んでる証拠が
なんだそれ。なんで証拠を持ってんのか。3人もいるんだって。
All three of them think that everyone around them is their enemy. There's no doubt this is a trap Monokuma set. He set it up so we would suspect each other, and I have something that proves it.
おめえら全員黒幕と繋がってんだろ。
証拠もあるし。それはあんたたちの方こそその証拠だった。
奇遇だな。俺以外の全員が組んでる証拠。
なんで証拠を3人もいるんだって。
There we go.
それは違う。
3人だけじゃないよ。その証拠だったら僕も持ってるんだ。
It's not just you three. I have evidence too.
苗木っちもか。
What? You two? You two?
みんなが言ってる証拠ってこの集合写真のことだよね。
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
そうだけど。
Well, yeah.
あれでも違う。
Wait, huh? Wait, but mine's different.
だって苗木の持ってる写真には私が写ってるけど。
With the picture you have, I'm in it.
そんなのおかしいよ。だって私が持ってる写真には。
But that can't be right, because in my picture...
ほら、私だけが写ってないんだよ。
See, I'm the only one not in it. Huh. I figured as much, in which case...
この写真を持ってるんだよね。それ
How
を
come...
見せてくれない？
How come in that picture of them running, Sakura was in the last place? Hiro, you have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
いいけど、丁重に扱い。貴重な証拠だからな。
Okay, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence. This one too, it's just like I thought. Huh.
見えてきたみたいだよ。
So the secret in these pictures
秘密がさ。
has been revealed.
いつも何もおめえらが来るってだけだろ。だから一緒に写ってたんだろ。
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one missing.
私の写真にはあんただって写ってるんだよ。
But you're in my picture.
あんたたちの方こそみんなして私を騙してるんじゃん。
You're the ones trying to trick me.
そうなんだ。そうやって争うことこそがこの写真の目的だったんだ。
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and fight with each other.
自分以外の全員が組んでいる。僕たちにそう思わせるための黒幕の罠なんだよ。
The mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
僕の罠？
Huh? I laid a trap.
罠とは失礼しちゃうな。それってどういう根拠で言ってるのさ。
A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such an audacious accusations? The proof I need to reveal Monokuma's trap. Each photo has a certain something in common. There's a connection regarding what person isn't shown in the group photos. And that person is the one who got the photos. I think.
これだ。その集合写真には受け取った本人だけが写ってなかったんだ。
In each case, the only one not in the picture is the person who received it.
僕が受け取った写真には僕だけが写ってなかったし。
So in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing.
朝比奈さんの受け取った写真には彼女だけが写ってなかった。
See? You see how Sakura is in last? Wouldn't she be in first? And why does Makoto look like he's crying? Anyways, in the picture Hina got, she's the only one missing.
そして葉隠君が受け取った写真には彼だけが写ってなかった。
And in the picture Hiro got, he's the only one missing.
ついでに俺が受け取った写真も見せてやろうか。
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
つまりお腹が僕たちに渡したのはその本人だけが写ってない集合写真だったんだ。
Okay, when Byakuya showed his photo, the first thing I saw was the fish. How did you get a fish out of the pool? In other words, Monokuma gave each of us a group photo in which that person wasn't included.
俺らはそんな写真を見せられたせいで全員が敵だと思い込んでたのか？
And when we each saw our picture, we just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
ぷぷぷバレた
Figured it out, huh?
こんなことだと思っていたわ。何がヒントよ。
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint? But you know, there might be more to this than just Monokuma trying to confuse us. There's something else that bothers me about everyone's pictures. What is it? What's digging at me?
あのさ、みんなの集合写真もう一度見せてくれないかな。
Listen, can I see everyone's group photo one more time?
今の話とは直接関係ないと思うんだけど、ちょっと確認しておきたいことがあるんだよ。
It's not directly connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
別に俺は構わんべ。
Sure, no problem.
私もいいけど。
Yeah, I don't mind. I'm sure there's something unusual about these group photos, and Byakuya didn't say whether or not he would show his group photo. What is it? I need to compare each one of them one more time. Yeah, where did Sakura get that big fish? In this picture? Hero's picture. Why did Sakura seem to continually harass Hifumi? There's something strange about all of them. Something I can't quite pin down. Something...
なあギッチ、そんな写真なんてもうほっとけって。
Can you just forget about the photo already?
それにしてもムカつくべ。そんな捏造写真で俺を騙そうとするなんてよ。
Grrr! Trying to trick me with such an obviously fake photo. I'm still pissed about that.
しかもお揃いの制服なんて手が込みすぎだし。
And on top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
捏造。
So you think they're fake?
いやいや、あれ自体は本物だけど。
No, no, no. I assure you, they're quite real.
何言ってんの？そんなわけないじゃん。
What are you talking about? There's no way.
そうだ。俺はあんな写真なんか撮った記憶ねえぞ。
Yeah, I don't remember ever taking a picture like that.
つまり捏造ってことじゃねえか。間違いねえっての。
So it's gotta be a fake, I'm sure of it.
でもさ、本当にそうなのかな。
But you know, can we really be so sure? Huh?
確かにあんな写真を撮った記憶なんて僕にもないけど。
Don't get me wrong, I don't remember taking this picture either, but
だから捏造だって本当にそう言い切れるのかな。
is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
どういう意味？
What do you mean? The reason I don't remember this picture isn't necessarily because it's fake. There might be some other reason, some terrible reason, an unbelievable, entirely horrifying reason. Amnesia. Come on, give me an E. Give me an S. Give me an S. 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 No, that's 3 N's. No! Okay, that's blocking it. There we go. Got it.
僕たち全員が記憶を失ってる。
Let's say that
それが理
somehow
由だとしたらどうかな。
we'd all lost our memories. That could explain it, couldn't it?
なるほど、全員揃って記憶喪失か。だから写真に見覚えがなかったのか。それなら納得。
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at some time. At the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense.
するわけねえだろ。そんな非現実的なオカルトじみた話で。
As if you expect me to believe such an unbelievable cult type story.
そうだよ。記憶喪失なんていくらなんでも信じらんないよ。
Yeah, we all lost our memories. That's just crazy. It's only natural they wouldn't believe it. But no matter how much they refuse, if that's the absolute truth, they have no choice. We can't move forward until they accept it. And there's another way to prove it besides those pictures. Here we go.
これはいつから SF になったんだべ。
私は記憶喪失なんかじゃないよ。だってこの学園に来てから起きたことだってちゃんと全部覚えてるもん。
それは違う。記憶喪失の可能性を示しているのはあの集合写真だけじゃないんだ。
Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss.
この DVD もだよ。これがもう一つの根拠なんだ。
This DVD does the same thing.
それっていやらしいやつじゃないでしょうね。
You're not going to show us something indecent, are you?
そうじゃなくて、ここに写ってるのは
No, it's nothing like that.
僕たちみんなと希望が峰学園の学園長との面談の様子だったんだ。
It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope Peak Academy headmaster.
みんなって誰のこと？
When you say all of us, you mean...
もちろん朝比奈さんもだよ。
I mean all of us, including you.
嘘だよ。私は面談なんてやってないもん。
You lie! I never did any kind of interview.
いいえ、嘘じゃない。その DVD を見ればわかるはずよ。
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself.
あなたも学園長と面談していたのよ。
The headmaster did in fact interview you.
本当なの？冗談じゃなくて。
What are you saying?
やっぱり覚えてないんだね。
I didn't imagine you would remember.
覚えてないっていうか。
It's not about whether or not I remember.
だからって信じろって言うの？
You expect me to believe all this?
喪失なんて。
That I lost my memory somehow?
だが反論材料がないなら信じるほかあるまい。
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
戸上っちはなんで余裕なんだって分かってんのか？記憶喪失だぞ。
How can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here.
そんなことより他に気になることがある。
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
無理って。
Something else?
その DVD に録画されているのは俺たちと学園長との面談だと言ったな。
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right?
それはどんな内容の面談だったんだ。
What were the interviews about?
学園長は僕たち一人一人に同じ質問をしてたんだ。
The headmaster sat each of us down one at a time and asked us the same question.
この学園での一生を受け入れるか。
Yes?
学園長の質問だよ。
He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
何よその質問。
What kind of question is that?
それで 俺たちは何と答えていた？
And how did we answer?
そんなん断るに決まってんだろ。
We'd say no, obviously.
いやそれが
Actually,
みんな受け入れてたんだ。
we all said we could.
それは僕もそうだった。
Even me.
僕自身の声でここでの一生を受け入れるって答えてたんだ。
I heard myself say yes, I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
なんで受け入れてんのよ。
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
僕にもわからないよ。だって覚えてないんだ。
I don't know, I don't remember a thing.
でもそれは他のみんなも一緒のはずよ。誰も覚えていないんでしょ。
The same goes for everyone else? Nobody remembers?
ここでの一生を受け入れたことも、学園長との面談さえも。
You don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
覚えてないもん何も。
It doesn't matter if I remember or not.
記憶喪失とかここでの一生を受け入れたとかいきなり言われても。
Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever,
そんなん信じろって方が無茶だべ。
that's just insane. How can I believe that?
無茶でも何でも信じないことには話が進まないわ。そう。
Insane or not, we can't move forward until you accept it. Am I right?
そうだね。正解だからね。
You sure are, because it's all true. What?
バカバカしい結論だけど、それが真実なら認めるしかないわ。
I know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
それ以外に進む道はないということか。
Indeed, we only have one path in front of us.
本当に？
And we really?
みんな仲良く記憶喪失なの。
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
なんか頭痛くなってきた。
This is all making my head hurt.
しかもただの記憶喪失じゃないはずだ。
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory loss.
お前が僕たちの記憶を奪ったんだろう。
You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
じゃあバレちゃ
Oopsie, you figured that part out too, huh?
当然でしょ。全員が同時に記憶喪失なんてそんな偶然があるわけないわ。
Of course, there's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time.
でも記憶を奪ったってそんなのどうやって？
But how could someone just steal our memories?
どうやって？
How?
いやそんなことはどうだっていいんだよ。
Come, that hardly matters right now.
催眠術って言えばリアリティがあるの？解凍手術で脳をいじったって言えば納得するの？
If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains?
そうじゃないでしょ。問題はそこじゃないはずだよ。
Would you really believe anything I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
問題なのは俺たちのどんな記憶を奪ったのか。そういうことだな。
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
ぷぷぷ、さすがは戸上くんだね。
I knew I could count on you.
学園長との面談、集合写真の撮影、それらの記憶だけを奪ったとは考えられん。
The interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo. Those can't be the only memories we lost.
そこには何か目的があったはずだ。俺たちの記憶を奪った目的がな。
There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memories.
もちろん目的はあるよ。例の動機にも関係している目的がね。
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive. The original motive.
僕たちに殺し合いをさせるために用意したあの動機のことか。
You mean the motive you came up with to try and get us all to kill each other?
あれが奪われた記憶とも関係しているの。
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us.
うぷぷ、そうなんだけどね。
It sure does.
でもまだ内緒なの。
But that part's still a secret.
忘れてもらっちゃ困るんだけど、これって戦場ムクロ殺しの学級裁判なんだよね。
Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Makoto Ikosawa.
つまりまずは戦場ムクロ殺しの犯人を突き止めろということか。
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else. So until we do that, well, either way, we have to explain every last remaining mystery. So, the one who killed Makoto, the true mastermind, that's what we need to expose. Nope. That wasn't it. There we go. Got it.
いや、黒幕は間違いなくこの学園の中にいるはずだよ。
There's no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
どうして？
How do you know?
だけでも見つけたの。
Did you find some evidence or something?
情報処理室の奥にモノクマを操作するためのパネルがあったんだ。
We, Makoto, we found the panel that controls Monokuma. In the back of the Dana Center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma. Asahina was there too, Makoto.
黒幕はあの操作パネルでモノクマを操ってたんだよ。
The mastermind must have been using it to control him all this time.
だから間違いないよ。黒幕はずっとこの学園の中にいるんだ。
So there can't be any doubt, the mastermind has been inside the school all along.
間違いないか。
There can't be any doubt.
だとすると黒幕の正体がこの中の誰かだということも間違いないんだな。
In which case, wow, his voice sounds like he's... His voice doesn't like sound really like... I don't know, it doesn't really have that reassuring tone to it. Like he's like doubling back on his own voice. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us. What? Why?
思い出してみろ。苗木が聞いたというモノクマの言葉だ。
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him earlier.
つまり黒幕がこの学園の中にいるならその16人の誰かだとしか考えられないはずだ。
So if the mastermind is in the school, we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
だけどその中で今も生き残ってるのって。
But how'd they manage to survive all this?
俺らだけ？
So we're the only ones here?
俺は違うぞ。黒幕じゃねえかな。
It's not me, I'm not the mastermind.
私だって違うよ。
Well, it's not me.
怪しいのは苗木よ。
I blame Makoto.
どうして僕が？
What? Why me?
だっておかしいじゃない。あんただけが処刑を免れてるなんて。
Because it's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed.
そうか。処刑から生き残れたのはナエギッチ自身が黒幕だったからだな。
Well, I get it. The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the mastermind himself, right?
しまった。バレた？
Ah, nuts, you got me.
待てよ。何言ってんだよ。
Wait, what are you trying to say?
落ち着いて。慌てる必要はないわ。
Everyone calm down. There's no reason to panic.
黒幕の正体なんてすぐに明らかになるはずよ。
The mastermind's
戦
true,
場ムクロ殺しの謎を解き明かせばね。
true identity will become clear soon enough, just as soon as we figure out who killed Makoto.
それもそうだな。
That's a good point.
言い争いをしているより、そっちの謎の解明に頭を使う方が得策か。
Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
でも頭を使えって言うけどよ。戦場ムクロの件は散々話し合ったはずだべ。
Monokuma was like, "Oh, nuts, you guys got me. I am Makoto." That was funny. Yeah, well, how much time we have already spent talking about the murder?
これ以上何を話し合えばいいの？
He's right, what more is there to talk about?
話し合うべきことならあったはずよ。
We want something to talk about. I think there might be one thing.
まだはっきりしていない。戦場ムクロの致命傷についてよ。
We haven't fully established what Makoto's fatal injury was.
でも致命傷って後頭部の傷じゃなかったっけ？
Huh? But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
いいえ、あれは本当の致命傷じゃないわ。本
No,
当の致命傷は他にあったはず。
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different.
そうよね、ナイキ君。
Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
これだ。彼女の全身にあった数多くの傷。
All of the wounds.
彼女の致命傷なんだよ。
All of the wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
こらこらナエギッチ。ちゃんとモノクマファイルを見たんか？
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right? But it was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old.
ちゃんと書いてあんだろ。あの傷はここ数日の傷じゃねえって。
You made it pretty clear. Those wounds were what made at least a few days ago.
つまりあれは事件とは関係ねえはずだぞ。
So they can't possibly what killed her.
じゃあ戦場ムクロの殺人自体がここ数日のことじゃなかったとしたら。
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago? What?
彼女の死体が発見されたのはすでに死後何日か経過した後だったとしたら。
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days?
それならここ数日のものじゃない傷が致命傷でもおかしくはないはずよ。
If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
おかしいわよ。
It doesn't make any sense.
だってそもそもあの全身の傷ってここに来る前からあった傷なのよ。
Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
どうしてそんなことがわかるの？
Huh? How do you know that?
当たり前でしょ。彼女は超高校級の軍人なのよ。ということはつまり
Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that means, you
そ
know,
れは違うわね。
you're wrong.
否定された。まだ言ってないのに。
She denied me before I could even say anything.
やめちょ。本気だ若ちゃん。
Huh.
おかしくないわよ。せめて聞いてから否定してよ。
I'm not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before you deny me. If you're so sure we're gonna deny you, why bother saying it in the first place? I don't know, man. I don't know.
戦場ムクロは超高校級の軍人よ。幾度も戦場を練り歩いた兵士なのよ。つまり死体にある全身の傷は当然戦場で受けた
Gotcha. Yeah! Woo!
いや、戦場ムクロは戦場で傷なんて受けていなかったんだ。
No! No! Makoto didn't suffer those wounds in battle.
それは学園長室で見つけたファイルにもちゃんと書いてあったはずだよ。
The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much.
フェンリルの一員として幾多の戦場を渡り歩いたにもかかわらず、
Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir,
入学時の彼女の体には傷らしい傷が一つもなかったって。
when she entered the school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
ここまで完璧に否定されると逆になんだかすがすがしいわね。
To be denied so completely, actually it's kind of refreshing.
これが白夜様の状況のせいか。
Maybe it's because of all the master's training.
とにかく戦場ムクロの全身にあった傷は全て入学後のものだったんだよ。
Anyway, so we can be sure that Makoto suffered all those wounds after coming to the school.
だったらそれが致命傷だった可能性もあるはずだよね。
In which case, that could be the very thing that killed her.
むしろ他の可能性の方が考えられない。
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility.
彼女の死体を調べた限りだと腹部の傷も後頭部の傷も死後に受けた傷だったわ。
When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
他の可能性がないならもう間違いないんじゃないかな。
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence.
彼女の全身にあった数多くの傷、それこそが戦場ムクロの致命傷だったんだよ。
The wounds Makoto sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
でもよ、戦場ムクロの致命傷があの全身の傷だとすると、
But if that's what killed her,
戦場ムクロが殺されたこと自体がここ数日じゃないってのもマジなんだな。
yes! It's already been said, yes. Then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
そうなのね。
That's exactly what it means.
僕たちが植物庭園で死体を発見した時、彼女の死体はすでに死後何日か経過してたんだよ。
When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
だとすると、その前の晩の件はどうなる？
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night?
死体が発見された前の晩、苗木は覆面の人物に襲われたと言っていたな。
Makoto-san, you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant.
戦場ムクロが何日か前に殺されていたのなら、その時の覆面の正体があいつだとは考えられん。
If Makoto had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her.
では、苗木を襲った覆面の人物とは？
So who was it that attacked you? The identity is Makoto.
しまった。
Fine.
これだ。あの覆面の正体は黒幕だったんだよ。
The one who attacked me was the true mastermind.
植物庭園で見つけた戦場ムクロの死体が同じ覆面をかぶってたせいで、
When we discovered Makoto in the garden wearing the same mask,
あの時の覆面も戦場ムクロだったんだと思い込んでたけど、
I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me.
でもそうじゃなかったんだ。
But I was wrong!
あの覆面の正体は戦場ムクロじゃなくて黒幕だったんだよ。
It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind!
なんで笑ってんの？
What are you laughing at?
おとなしく聞いているのも飽きたから、そろそろ僕も参加させてもらおうかな。
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in.
じゃあ早速質問するけど、
Let's start off with a nice, easy question.
嘆君を襲ったのが僕だなんて、そんなのただの推測でしょ。
Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption.
図面をかぶってて顔もわからないのに、中身が誰かなんてわかるわけないもんね。
You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask.
あの覆面の正体は戦場ムクロだよ。むしろ僕はそう思うよ。
The true identity of the masked attacker is Makoto Ikosaba. At least that's what I think!
うぷぷぷ、そんな僕を納得させられる根拠はあるのかしらね。
Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise? No, there's no way Makoto is the one that attacked me, even if I didn't see their face. Makoto had a very obvious Fenrir tattoo. Comparing that to the masked attacker should be obvious. Oh! Yeah!
顔がわからないんだから、譜面の中身だってわからないじゃん。やっぱり正体は戦場ムクロだったんだよ。
いいえ、顔がわからなくても他の特徴と比べてみれば答えは見えるはずです。
他の特徴なんてどこにあるの？右手にあるの？左手にあるの？右足にあるの？左足にあるの？それともヒップかしら？
I don't know, Monokuma. I don't know. I don't know.
譜面の中身だ。やっぱり正体は戦場ムクロだったんだよ。
Oh, god damn it.
いいえ、他の特徴と比べて
他の特徴右手にある？左手にあるの？
Oh, god damn it. God damn it, Monokuma.
わからないんだから。
God damn it, Monokuma.
譜面の中身だってわからないじゃん。やっぱり正体は戦場ムクロだったんだよ。
いいえ、顔がわからなくても他の特徴と比べてみれば答えは見えるはずです。
他の特徴なんてどこにあるの？右手にあるの？左手にあるの？右足にあるの？左足にあるの？それともヒップかしら？顔がわからないんだから。譜面の中身だってわからないじゃん。やっぱり正体は戦場ムクロだったんだよ。
いいえ、
I'm kind of forgetting the keys.
特徴と比べて
他の特徴右手にある？左手にあるの？
Damn
右
it.
足にあるの？左足にあるの？それともヒップかしら？
Oh, shut up, Monokuma.
顔がわからないんだから。
Okay, space, right click,
中身だってわからない。
one click to left. One click. Don't hold it.
正体は戦場ムクロだったんだよ。
It's not the left hand. Okay, okay, I got it. Right hand.
顔がわからないんだから。譜面の中身やっぱり正体は戦。
いいえ、他の特徴と比べてみれば
他の特徴なんて右手にあるの？左手にあるの？右足にあるの？左足にあるの？それともヒップかしら？顔がわからないんだから。譜面の中身だってわからないじゃん。やっぱり正体は戦場ムクロだ。
Got it.
それは違う。
戦場ムクロの右手にはタトゥーがあったはずだよね。
Makoto had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly.
天理を表す狼のタトゥーだよ。
I couldn't remember which hand it was. I thought it was the right one, but I messed up on the first round. So that's why I switched to the left hand. But then I got it wrong anyways. So I had to go back to the right hand. Anyways, a representation of Fenrir, in other words, a wolf tattoo.
僕を襲った覆面の人物の右手には
But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me.
そんなタトゥーなんてなかったんだ。
And there was no such tattoo.
つまりあの覆面の正体が戦場ムクロだとは考えられないんだ。
So there's no way the person behind the mask was Makoto.
確かに戦場ムクロではなかったみたいだね。
Well, okay, you got me. I guess it wasn't her.
さあ、だからってあの覆面の正体が僕とは限らないじゃん。
But that still doesn't prove that it was me.
他の誰かだったのかもしれないよ。
Could have been, you know, someone else, right?
あの晩俺と葉隠れと深川と朝比奈には確かなアリバイがあるんだ。
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
俺らはずっと体育館でおめえを解体してたんだ。だから俺らは絶対に違うべ。
Yeah, we were all in the gym tearing you apart, so it couldn't have been any of us.
確かにその4人でもないのかもしれないけど。
Okay, sure, it couldn't have been any of you.
だったらリリリさんは彼女だったら可能性があるはずじゃない。
But what about Kyoko? Totally could have been her.
おやおや、反論できないの？
Uh-oh.
して図星？
Uh-oh. No snappy comeback? Did I score a bullseye?
分かったよ。じゃあ見せてあげるわよ。
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
見せるって？
Huh? Show me what?
もちろんその覆面の正体が私じゃないって証拠よ。
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me. Before anyone could say anything. Kyoko was removing her gloves.
その手？
Your hands. Without thinking, I let out a gasp. It was more than just a little burned skin.
ひどいやけど。
Awful, isn't it?
私がまだ未熟だった頃の探偵として活動を始めたばかりの頃の傷よ。
It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
それって人には見せたくない傷じゃ。
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
黒幕の正体を暴くためならこれくらいは大したことじゃないわ。
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me. Kyoko seemed to savor those words as she said them. Then she put the gloves back on.
今のやけどの跡が根拠になるはずよ。
My scars should suffice as proof.
だって苗木君を襲った人物の手にはこんな傷なんてなかったでしょ。
Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like mine? Yes! Dun dun dun! No, I'm joking.
確かにやけどの跡は見なかったよ。
No, not at all, I'm positive.
だったらこれではっきりしたわね。
And this much has been made clear.
苗木君を襲った覆面の正体は間違いなく黒幕だったはずよ。
There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
うっぷっぷ、まったく散々だよ。
This is just awful.
秘密をばらされた上にギリギリさんのグロい傷まで見させられるなんて。
On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours.
ごめん、口が滑っちゃう。もしかして傷ついた？
Oh, sorry, did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
別に何とでも言えばいい。
Not at all, you can say whatever you want.
僕を追い詰めるためなら構わないって。いやいや、まだ追い詰められたと
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet.
だって戦場ムクロ殺しの犯行についてはまだ全然判明してないんだしさ。
Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Makoto's death are totally unknown.
今のところ分かってるのって殺されたのがかなり前ってことだけだね。
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
逆にそれ以外がさっぱりだべ。
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
俺たちが閉じ込められる前にすでに殺されていたなんてことはないだろうな。
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before you arrived here or something, are you?
ぷぷぷ、その点についてはご心配に及びません。
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about.
彼女が殺されたのは間違いなくこの殺し合い学園生活が始まった後ですから。
I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
では戦場ムクロは俺たちの知らぬ間にひっそりと殺されていたのか。
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
しかも殺されてから俺らに見つけられるまで結構な時間が空いてんだろ。
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right?
その間死体はどこに置いてあったんだ。ずっと植物繊維にあったんだ。
Did the culprit statue somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
あんなところにずっと置いといたら腐ってるわよ。それこそあんたみたいにね。
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed, just like your brain.
じゃあどこかに保存でもしてたんか。
Then she was being stored somewhere.
でも死体を隠せてしかも保存しておける場所なんて。
But to hide a body here, to just store it somewhere? A biolab.
きっと戦場ムクロの死体は生物室に隠されてたんだよ。
Makoto's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
生物室って5階の？
The biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
あの生物室は死体安置所として使われてたんだ。
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue.
あの場所だったら死体も隠せるし、保存だって問題なかったはずだよ。
So it's a perfect place to hide a body, and it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
ではあの死体は生物室から植物庭園まで運ばれてきたということか。
And you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
あの死体が運ばれてるのは間違いないよ。そう思う根拠だってあるんだ。
And I have no doubt that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof. Tarp!
これだ。あの死体が生物室から植物庭園まで運ばれたと考えられる根拠は
What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is
植物庭園にあったあのビニールシートなんだ。
the tarp that we found in the garden.
あれをもう一度調べ直してる時に気づいたことがあったんだ。
When I was checking it over again, I noticed something.
ビニールシートの端に押された小さなスタンプだよ。
I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp. And how could nobody notice that?
生物室って書いてあるよ。
Yes, it does.
そんなちっこいのよく気づいたな。
I didn't notice that tiny little thing.
苗木のせせこましい性格が吉と出たようだな。
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
つまりあのビニールシートは元は生物室にあったものなんだよ。
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab.
実際生物室には同じようなビニールシートが山積みになってたしね。
In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
きっと犯人は生物室の死体を植物庭園に運ぶ際、あのビニールシートにくるんだ状態で運んだのよ。
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed the tarp to wrap it in.
そしてそのままスプリンクラーをやり過ごし、その後で例の白衣を着せたのね。
Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers and put the coat on it afterwards.
見事に辻褄が合うじゃない。
Well, you made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
でもそんなのってさただの 推測じゃん。
But that's just a wild guess.
死体をビニールシートで包んで運んだなんて、その証拠はどこにあるのさ。
Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
証拠はないわ。私は自分の推測を話しただけだもの。
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened.
それなのに、あなたは随分ムキになってるのね。
But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say? Worked up?
わかってるわ。話が生物室に及んで、内心穏やかじゃないんでしょ。
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous.
あの生物室にこそ、あなたの正体を暴く鍵が隠されているんだもんね。
Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
黒幕の正体を暴く鍵？
Are you talking about unmasking the mastermind?
あの生物室には、ある矛盾点があったわ。
You see, the biolab
見過ごすことのできない大
con-
きな矛盾点がね。
contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked. An inconsistency in the biolab. Could you be talking about?
聞こえないよ。
I can't hear you.
その妨害ね。無視して続けましょう。
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him. I need to pull myself together and think. Inconsistency.
ところで苗木くん、例の件についてはどう思う？
Hey, by the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
なんだよ、例の件って。
What one thing?
うぷぷ、そりゃもちろん。
What do you think? I'm talking about
苗木くんのご家族の件だよ。
your family. What?
うぷぷ、忘れたわけじゃないよね。あのビデオメッセージのことをさ。
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message.
あれって何だったのかね。結局ご家族は無事なんですかね。
So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
なんで今さらそんなことを。
Why are you bringing that up now?
お父さん、お母さん、妹さん、苗木家のご家族に何があったのでしょうか。
Your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think has happened to your family?
果たして彼らは無事なのでしょうか。
Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
いい加減にしろよ。
Stop talking about that!
苗木くん、落ち着いて。あなたを惑わそうとしているだけよ。
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset. Yeah, I need to calm down. Can't let him get to me. He's just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the truth of the biolab. So if I want to shut him up, I need to expose the inconsistency and slam him with it. The inconsistency has to be that one area where the numbers just don't match up.
本当にいいのかな。そんなわけないじゃない。本当にいいのかな。そんなわけないじゃない。
Damn, man.
ふま何さ。
Damn.
本当にいいのかな。そんなわけないじゃない。本当にいいのかな。証拠証拠証拠。聞こえないよ。本当にいいのかな。そんなわけないじゃない。
Oh, damn it. It was the lights.
聞こえないよ。
これで証明するよ。生物質の矛盾点。それは生物質のランプのことだよ。
The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is the lights.
なんなんだよ。あのランプが、なんだっていうのさ。
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
さっきも言ったけど、あの生物室には死体安置所としての役割があったんだ。
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue.
あの部屋に設置されてた冷蔵庫。
As part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there.
あの中に犠牲になったみんなが保存されてるんだ。
That's where everyone who's died is stored.
そしてあの冷蔵庫は使用中の場合ランプが青く点灯する仕組みになっていたわ。
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
つまり青いランプが点灯している冷蔵庫には死体が入っているということか。
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's the body in that slot.
だけど生物室で点灯していたランプの数は草葉向こうの死体が入れられてる冷蔵庫も含めて。
Can you guys stop saying slot? That sounds so weird. That slot is occupied. That slot is unoccupied. I don't know. That sounds so strange. Hey, what are you doing putting that body into that slot? I'm trying to win big in this casino. Pa-cha-ching! Jackpot. I don't know. But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Makoto was in.
全部で9個だけだったんだ。
And there was only 9.
それがどうしたんだ。噛み砕いてジェル状にして言ってくれ。
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man. 9 lights doesn't make sense. The number of lights that should be on is 10.
本来なら点灯しているはずのランプの数は10個じゃなきゃおかしいんだ。
10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
おかしいってどうしてよ。
Suspicious? Why?
犠牲になったみんなのことを思い出してみればすぐにわかるはずよ。
That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear. That's right, that's the key to solving this mystery. Sayaka died first. Junko was second. Leon was third. Chihiro was fourth. Manda was fifth. Taka was sixth. Then Hifumi was 7th. Celeste was 8th. Sakura was 9th. Sakura. That's how you say it. Sakura. And victim number 10 was Makoto.
あれ全部で10人
Makuro. So 10 people in all?
そうなんだ。本来なら犠牲者の数は10人じゃなきゃおかしいんだよ。
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious.
それなのに生物室に保管されてる死体は9人分だけだった。
But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
死体が消えたってことか。
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
わかった。黒幕が証拠隠滅のために死体を処分しちゃったんだよ。
I got it. The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
でも黒幕が証拠隠滅するなら自分が関わっている戦場ムクロの死体を処分するはずだよ。
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Makoto's body, since they actually killed her.
だけど彼女の死体は残ったままだったんだ。
And yet, her body was left alone.
じゃあ誰の死体が消えちゃったの？
Then whose body disappeared?
そもそも消えたわけじゃないのかもしれない。
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
消えてないならどうして死体の数が合わないのよ。
But if that's true, why doesn't the body count
モ
match?
ロクマの処刑を含めた殺人は10回起きたけど、でもそれらの犠牲者は9人しかいなかった。
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies.
つまりそういうことね。
That's the point I'm trying to make.
全然わかんないよ。なんで殺人が起きた 犠牲者の数が少ないの？
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders? The reason there are less bodies than murders. The explanation for more murders than victims. Why is that?
これだ。同じ人物が2回殺されてるとしたら。
What about if the same person was killed twice?
2回殺されたって？
Huh? Killed twice?
今までに起きた10回の殺人。そのうち1回だけは。
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far.
すでに殺されている人物をもう一度殺したものだったのかもしれない。
But one of the victims may have been murdered, then murdered again.
すでに殺されている人物をもう一度殺した？
Murdered and murdered again?
それなら殺人が10回起きたとしても犠牲者は9人しかいないってことになるはずだよね。
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings and still only 9 victims, right?
それはそうかもしれないけど、でもそんなことって。
Technically, you're right, I guess, but still, something like that.
いえ、間違いなくあったはずよ。
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
もう分かっているようだな。その2回殺された人物が誰なのかも。
Sounds like you were already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
もちろん戦場ムクロよ。
It was Makoto, of course.
つまり彼女は戦場ムクロとして殺される前にすでに別の誰かとして殺されていたの。
Before she was killed as Makoto Ikosaba, she was killed as someone else.
だからこそ、その死体は植物庭園で見つけられる前から生物室に保存されていた。
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
いやいや、それはないでしょう。草場ムクロは別の誰かとして殺されてるなんて。
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else. Come on.
っていうか、誰だよ、別の誰かって。
Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
それが誰だったのかは彼女の致命傷に注目すれば見えてくるわ。
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
見えてくるわけないじゃん。
Nothing's going to become obvious
だってそんなのギリギリさんの放送だもん。
because Kyoko's totally delusional.
戦場ムクロが別の誰かとして殺されてるって？別の誰かって前園さやかさんのこと？江ノ島純子さん？桑田レオン君？藤崎千尋君？大和田モンド君？石丸清隆君？山田一二三君？セレスティアなんとかさん？それとも大神さくらさん？いややっぱ2回殺されたなんてありえないよ。
Someone else, he suffered the same sort of injury.
戦場ムクロが別の誰かとして殺されてるって？別の誰かって前園さやかさんのこと？江ノ島純子さん？
Got you.
江ノ島純子さん。
Junko.
彼女の致命傷って戦場ムクロの致命傷と似てるよね。
Wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Makoto's?
似てるってどういう意味？
What do you mean?
だって江ノ島さんって
Well, remember what happened to her?
全身をたくさんの槍で貫かれて殺されちゃったんだよね。
She was impaled by a bunch of spears all over her body.
戦場ムクロの致命傷は全身にある数多くの傷。
And Makoto died from a number of wounds across her body.
江ノ島純子の致命傷は全身を貫いた数多くの槍。
When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered,
似ているどころか一致している。
then the similarities match?
そう、その二人の致命傷だけが奇妙に一致しているの。
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up.
それが理由。それらの死体が同一人物だと考えられる理由。
That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
つまりこういうことか。
So let me see if I have this straight.
あの時全身を無数の槍に貫かれ江ノ島純子として殺された死体は
Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears.
しばらく生物室に安置された後で再び引っ張り出され
Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again.
今度は戦場ムクロの死体として俺たちの前に現れた。
Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Makoto Ikosaba.
それなら辻褄も合うよね。ここ数日のものじゃない傷が死体の致命傷でもさ。
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be the same injuries.
じゃあマジなんか？戦場ムクロの死体と江ノ島っちの死体は同一人物のもので。
Then it's really true? Makoto and Junko are the same person?
あれ？だとすると
Wait, so then,
どういうことになるんだ？
what does it all mean? You just said it!
犠牲者の数が10人ではなく実際は9人だったとなると
It means there haven't been 10 victims, but 9.
死んだと思われていた人間の中に実は生きている人間が存在していることになる。
Which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
ってことは、それが黒幕の正体なんだね。
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
誰だね？誰が黒幕なんだ？
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
そんなの決まってるじゃない。戦場ムクロ、あいつが生きてるのよ。
We already know the answer to that. It's Makoto. She's still alive.
あいつは最初に殺された江ノ島の死体を使って
She took Junko's body,
自分が死んだと見せかけてたのよ。
and made it look like she was the one who died.
つまり戦場ムクロはまだ生きてる。間違いないわ。
So Makoto's still alive. She's gotta be.
黙秘図星ね。図星なのね。
Total silence? Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I? Makoto, alive? The one that's still alive is Makoto? But can we really believe that? Oh, there's no way. There's no way Makoto Ikosaba is still alive.
私たちが植物庭園で見つけた死体。あれは戦場ムクロじゃないのよ。じゃあ戦場ムクロって生きてるの？そうよ。江ノ島の死体を自分に見せかけることでね。つまり戦場ムクロこそが黒幕の正体よ。しまった。
Huh.
私たちが植物庭園で見つけた死体。あれは戦場ムクロじゃないのよ。じゃあ戦場ムクロって生きてるの？そうよ。江ノ島の死体を自分に見せかけることでね。つまり戦場ムクロこそが黒幕の正体よ。
どうだモノクマ、観念しろ。
私たちが植物庭園
Wait, 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 wait.
あれは戦場ムクロじゃないのよ。じゃあ戦場ムクロって生きてるの？そうよ。江ノ島の死体を自分に見せかけることでね。つまり戦場ムクロこそが黒幕の正体よ。
どうだモノクマ、観念しろ。
Oh, that's it. Failed!
僕たちはここで諦めたりしないぞ。
Oh boy.
私たちが植物庭園で見つけた死体。あれは戦場ムクロじゃないのよ。じゃあ戦場ムクロって生きてるの？そうよ。江ノ島の死体を自分に見せかけることでね。つまり戦場ムクロこそが黒幕の正体よ。
どうだモノクマ、観念しろ。
For that to be true, then it couldn't have been her body we found in the garden.
私たちが植物庭園で見つけた死体。あれは戦場ムクロじゃないのよ。じゃあ戦場ムクロって生きてるの？そうよ。江ノ島の死体を自分に見せかけることでね。つまり戦場ムクロこそが黒幕の正体よ。
どうだモノクマ、観念しろ。
私たちが植物庭園で見つけた死体。
Hmm.
あれは戦場ムクロじゃないのよ。
Damn it! What the hell?
私たちが植物庭園で見つけた死体。あれは戦場ムクロじゃないのよ。じゃあ
Let's try it the other way around.
そうよ。つまり戦場ムクロこそが黒幕の正体よ。
Damn it! What the hell is it?
私たちが植物庭園で見つけた死体。あれは戦場ムクロじゃないのよ。じゃあ戦場ムクロって生きてるの？そうよ。江ノ島の死体を自分に見せかけることでね。つまり戦場ムクロこそが黒幕の正体よ。
どうだモノクマ、観念しろ。
I don't know, man. What the hell?
私たちが植物庭園で見つけた死体。あれは戦場ムクロじゃないのよ。じゃあ戦場ムクロって生きてるの？そうよ。江ノ島の死体を自分に見せかけることでね。つまり戦場ムクロこそが黒幕の正体よ。
That's not it? What the hell, man?
私たちが植物庭園で見つけた死体。あれは戦場ムクロじゃないのよ。じゃあ戦場ムクロって生きてるの？そうよ。江ノ島の死体を自分に見せかけることでね。つまり戦場ムクロこそが黒幕の正体よ。
どうだモノクマ、観念しろ。
Damn it, man. What the hell?
私たちが植物庭園で見つけた死体。あれは戦場ムクロじゃないのよ。じゃあ戦場ムクロって生きてるの？そうよ。江ノ島の死体を自分に見せかけることでね。つまり戦場ムクロこそが黒幕の正体よ。
どうだモノクマ、観念しろ。
私たちが植物庭園で見つけた死体。あれは戦場ムクロじゃ。
Oh, that was it? I have no idea, like, what the hell?
いや、植物庭園で見つけた死体は間違いなく戦場ムクロだったはずよ。
Well, the body we found in the garden was Makoto. That's one thing we can be sure of.
だってあの死体の特徴は戦場ムクロのプロフィールとも一致してたんだ。
The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records.
そうだよね、ヒゲさん。
Right, Kyoko?
戦場ムクロの身長は169センチ、体重は44キロ。すべてあの死体と一致していたわ。
Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
それにフェンリルのタトゥーの件もあるし。
And there's,
あの死体は戦場ムクロだったんだよ。
and there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo, so there's no question it's her.
でも戦場ムクロじゃないとなると、じゃあ実は生きてるのって。
But if Makoto's not the mastermind, then who's actually still alive? Someone made it look like they died, but they're actually still alive. There's only one person it could be. Yeah.
これが僕の答えだ。江ノ島純子。生きているのは彼女の方だ。
Junko is
そう
still
としか考え
alive.
られないよ。
Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
本当にそうなのか？
Are you sure about that? Huh?
確かに戦場ムクロが死んでいる以上、他に可能性があるのは江ノ島純子だけだろう。
I admit, since Makoto is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation.
だが、江ノ島純子は俺たちの目の前で槍に貫かれて死んだはず。
But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes.
江ノ島純子が生きているとなると、あの死は演技だったということになるな。
If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would have to have been some kind of charade.
江ノ島純子の死は、お前自身も確認していたはずだぞ。
But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not? Now that you mention it. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse. Like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I did check, absolutely. And I can be for sure. I can say for sure.
死んでいたんだ。間違いなく死んでいたんだ。
She was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
じゃあ江ノ島ちゃんが生きてるっていうのは。
So the idea that she's still alive?
間違ってるのかな。
It must be wrong.
逆も前言撤回。
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement.
せっかく頑張ったのにお気の毒でした。
I know you gave it
君の推理は不正解だったみたいだね。
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud.
残念でした。
Too bad, too bad.
まだそう決まったわけじゃないわよ。
This case hasn't been decided just yet. Oh?
苗木君もまだ諦めたわけじゃないでしょ。
You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto? Huh?
もちろんだよ。諦めるわけないじゃないか。
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up so that easy.
諦めないのは結構だが、この問題にはどう型をつけるつもりだ？
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way?
江ノ島は間違いなく死んでいた。そして戦場ムクロも間違いなく死んでいたとなると。
Junko absolutely died. Makoto absolutely died.
つまりどっちも死んでるってことだべ。生き残りなんていねえって話だべ。
Both of them are dead, right? They can't be any kind of survivor story.
だったら逆に考えてみたらどうかしら。
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
逆って
Huh? The opposite direction?
もし江ノ島純子が生きているとしたら
Let's assume
どうやって生き残ったの？
let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived? How could Junko have survived? But still, if she were alive somehow, could it be that Junko's not the one that died? It wasn't Junko, but someone else entirely? Maybe she used some sort of trick. Hey, give me an L. An L! Got it! Yeah! Victory is yours!
そうだ。江ノ島純子が別人と入れ替わってたとしたら。
That's it. What if she switched places with someone else?
入れ替わるって？
Switch places?
つまり彼女は槍で貫かれて殺される前に他の人と入れ替わっていたんだよ。
That's right. Before the spirits could kill her, she got someone to take her place.
草場ムクロとさ。
Specifically, Makoto Ikosaba.
それなら後で再利用されたのもその戦場ムクロの死体ということになるはずだな。
Then that would make it Makoto's corpse that showed up later.
その身体的特徴も戦場ムクロのプロフィールと一致するはずだよね。
でも入れ替わったっつってもよ。
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but
あの時殺されたのってどう見ても江ノ島っちだったべ。
it had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
それに入れ替わったっていい？殺される瞬間に忍者張りの変わり身の術でも使ったっていうの？
Right when she was about to die, like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
そっか、入れ替わるにしてもその方法がないんだね。
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that.
じゃあやっぱ違うのかな。
So maybe the whole idea is wrong. There has to be some way. We need to figure out how to explain they could have switched.
あの二人は
The
最初
two,
から入れ替わってたのかもしれないよ。
the two of them may have switched places from the very beginning.
最初からって？
What? From the beginning?
僕たちが最初に会った時からだよ。
Yes, from the moment we first met.
あの時すでに二人が入れ替わってたとすれば、
If that's when they switched,
殺される瞬間に入れ替わる必要もないはずだよね。
then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right?
だってあそこで殺されたのはすでに戦場ムクロだったんだからさ。
After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Makoto.
あんまで。だとすると、俺らが会ってたあの江ノ島っちも。
Hold on, so you're saying the quote-unquote Junko we first met?
本当は
was actually Makoto all the long?
じゃあ私たちは戦場ムクロと会ってたってこと？
Then we'd already met her?
っていうか私普通に話してたよ。
I had like a normal conversation with her.
俺たちは互いの素性を知らないままであった。
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was.
だから戦場ムクロが江ノ島純子を名乗ったところで
So Makoto could have simply told us her name was Junko.
それに気づくことは不可能だった。
And we never would have known the difference.
そうやって二人は最初から入れ替わっていたということか。
That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
でもさ、戦場ムクロって手の甲にタトゥーがあるんだよね。
Wait, but Makoto had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right?
だけど、あの時の江ノ島ちゃんにはそんなタトゥーなんてなかったよ。
Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
きっとファンデーションでも使って隠しておいたんでしょう。
She could have hidden it with foundation or something
そ
like
れが
that.
爆発と消化の際に溶けてタトゥーがあらわになったんじゃないかしら。
If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished.
ついでに言えば戦場ムクロの死体の付け爪は
Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Makoto's body.
あの時の彼女と同じ赤い付け爪だったはずよ。
They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
でもファンデーションを使ってたなら
But if she really did use foundation,
そう手の甲にタトゥーがないから戦場ムクロじゃないとは言い切れなかったのよ。
correct, even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Makoto.
だから苗木君を襲撃した人物を特定する際
So I'm glad
その穴に気づかなくて助かったわ。
So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto.
残念だったわねモノクマ。今さら認めないと言っても遅いわよ。
But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
じゃあマジで全部最初から仕組まれてたんか？
Wait, so this whole thing was it set up from the very beginning?
それにしてもなかなか手の込んだ計画だ。戦場ムクロに江ノ島純子のふりをさせていたとは。
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Makoto was Junko.
そこまで手の込んだ計画が可能だったのはその二人が組んでいたからこそなのよ。
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
超高校級の絶望である戦場ムクロ。そんな彼女と組んでたってことは。
So Makoto, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her.
江ノ島純子も超高校級の絶望の一人だと考えられるはずだよ。
In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
どうしたの？反論する気力もなくなった？
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
ビビってるだけだよ。
I think he's just afraid.
ビビるって何？
Afraid? What's that mean? Afraid.
怯えや恐怖。それは希望があるからこそ抱く感情。絶望しかない僕には無縁な感情だよ。
Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
それならなぜ黙っている？
So why haven't you been saying anything?
だってさ、バカバカしいんだもん。
Because
僕の
it's
正体が江ノ島純子だなんて。
because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity?
うぷぷ。そんなわけないじゃん。
As if.
だったらお前はどうして本物の江ノ島純子の素性を隠そうとしたんだ？
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
僕が江ノ島さんの素性を隠そうとした？
I tried to protect her identity?
いつそんなことしたっていうのさ。
When did I do that? So he still refuses to admit it, but he can try to deceive us all he wants. It doesn't matter. Because I've already figured it out. He tried to hide Junko's identity, and not just once, but twice. The first time was during our latest investigation. I don't really know. That's not it either, huh? You know what? I'm just gonna go through each and every one of these, one by one, because I have no idea. I don't know, man. I don't know. Out of all the evidence I have, I don't know. Seriously, I gotta go through all this again. Oh. Let's see. What? What?
学園長との面談を録画した DVD。僕が視聴覚室であれを見てた時。
Really? It was a DVD? While I was in the AV room watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster, it wasn't just the monitor, the DVD player itself had apparently turned off, which of course meant that the DVD wasn't played anymore. Oh yeah, he did stop that, didn't he?
あの時お前はわざと DVD を見れなくしたんだ。その理由は。
You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video, and the reason you did that
そこに映ってる本物の江ノ島純子の姿を僕に見られたくなかったからだろう。
is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
そうか。みんなが映ってる DVD なら江ノ島っちだって映ってるはずだべ。
Oh yeah, if everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
そこで苗木が本物の江ノ島ちゃんを見ちゃったら
And then Makoto saw the real Junko,
私たちが最初に会った江ノ島ちゃんが偽物だってバレちゃうからだね。
It would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
そんなのただの偶然だよ。
That whole powder outage thing was just a fluke. No, it wasn't a fluke. The mastermind definitely orchestrated that power outage. And that's not the only time they tried to hide Junko's identity. The mastermind tried to cover up one other piece of evidence. I've got to reveal that. Oh, crap.
クマクマクマクマ何さ何なのさクマ何さ何なのさ本当にいいのかなはしゃいじゃってそんなわけないじゃないクマクマクマそんなわけないじゃない。
これで証明するよ。
Gotcha.
お前が隠そうとしたのは DVD だけじゃない。この集合写真もそうだったはずだ。
The video wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo.
ドキ
Uh-oh.
さっきみんなに配られた写真を見比べてる時に気がついたんだ。
I noticed it just a little while ago when we were all comparing the photos we gotten.
これらの集合写真に共通して見られるある不自然な点。
In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
何が不自然だってのさ。
What's so unusual about them? Junko's face.
彼女の顔だけはどの写真にも共通して写ってなかったんだ。
The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face.
It's
hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think?
それにこの写真には戦場ムクロが写ってる。
And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Makoto is clearly visible.
この時2人はまだ入れ替わってなかったんだ。
So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet.
だとすると、ここで顔を隠している江ノ島純子は間違いなく本物だったはず。
With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko.
だからこそ、お前は江ノ島純子の顔が写ってない写真を選んで渡す必要があったんだ。
Which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face.
ここで江ノ島純子の顔が見えていたら、僕たちにバレてしまうからだ。
Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have been clearly revealed.
この集合写真に写っている江ノ島純子が僕たちの知っている江ノ島純子じゃないってことがだ。
That the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew. Xanadu. I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Makoto switched places before we met either of them.
そして入れ替わった戦場ムクロを殺すことで自分が死んだと見せかけた本物の江ノ島純子は
So she killed Makoto, who had taken her place, making it look like she died. And the real Junko
今も生きている。
is still alive.
その彼女こそ殺し合い学園生活の首謀者。
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation, this killing game.
超高校級の絶望と呼ばれる黒幕の正体なんだ。
She's a true mastermind in the ultimate despair. Xanadu times 2!
明らかになった。
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
いや待ちなさいって。
No, wait, hold on.
反論なんか無駄だぞ。
Don't bother trying to deny it.
ここにはお前が反論する余地なんて残されてないんだ。
There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run.
最後に僕がそれを証明してみせる。
I'll prove everything right now. Huh. Actually, I think it's like that, right? Okay, wait. I don't know if this one's correct. Let's try it.
これが事件の全貌だよ。この学園に来た直後、僕たちが会った超高校級のギャル江ノ島純子は本物の江ノ島純子じゃなかったんだ。あの時僕たちの目の前にいたのは江ノ島純子と入れ替わった16人目の高校生戦場ムクロだったんだよ。だけどその彼女もすぐにお仲間、つまり黒幕に 殺されてしまったんだ。江ノ島純子としてね。犯人は君なんだ。犯人は君なんだ。
Got it.
そしてその死体は死体安置所になっている生物室でしばらく保管された後、黒幕によって再利用されることになったんだ。黒幕は彼女の死体を生物室から引っ張り出し、ビニールシートと一緒に植物庭園に運んだ。戦場ムクロ殺しをでっち上げ、邪魔なキリギリさんもその犯人に仕立て上げるためにね。その際、戦場ムクロがまだ生きて学園の中に潜んでいると思わせるために、犯人は君なんだ。
Is that it?
その際、黒幕は覆面をかぶった上で僕を襲ったんだ。そして黒幕は僕に覆面を印象付けた後、部屋から出て行き、その覆面を戦場ムクロの死体にかぶせたんだ。僕を襲った覆面と戦場ムクロが同一人物であると見せかけ、彼女はたった今死んだと思い込ませるためにね。そして最後に黒幕は死体に爆弾を仕掛けることで証拠を隠滅したんだ。その死体の人物、つまり戦場ムクロが僕たちが最初に会った江ノ島純子と同一人物だという事実を隠すためにだ。これが戦場ムクロ殺しの真実だ。そしてそれを仕組んでいたのがモノクマを操っている黒幕。本物の江ノ島純子なんだ。
The real Junko Enoshima.
どうだ、これが今回の事件の全貌だ。
That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
どうした？お得意の壊れたふりか？
What, are you broken again?
逃げようったってそうはいかないよ。
Can't get out of this, so don't even try.
ほらほら、そろそろ正体を表せって。
Come on, it's time you finally revealed yourself.
絶滅危惧種じゃあるまいし、いつまで隠れてる気？
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
諦めなさい、江ノ島純子。
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
終わり？
Over?
ぷぷぷ。クライマックスで終了。そんな風に思っちゃった？
Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case?
違うよ。まだ続くんだよ。
Wrong. There's still plenty more to go.
たわ。私様は待っていたのよ。あなたたちのような人間が現れることをね。
We've been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear.
私様の配下になるなら世界の半分をあなたたちに差し上げましょう。
If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world.
すでに不動産権利書も用意してるわよ。地位と名誉と私様の手料理もつけてあげるわ。
We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status, and some of our home cooking.
どうする？私様の配下になる？
What the? I get a choice?
ああ、本気で答えちゃった？ごめん。今のはジョークなんだよ。
So did you think I was being serious? Sorry, I was just messing with you.
なんだか久しぶりの人前だからさ、どういうキャラだったか自分でも忘れちゃって。
It's been so long since I've had an audience, even if I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play. This is the mastermind? She's the real Junko Inoshima.
それにしてもやっと解放されたよ。
Anyway, it looks like I've finally been set free.
毎日来る日もモノクマを演じ続けるなんて
Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day.
絶望的に飽きっぽい私にとっては苦行を通り越して自殺行為だからさ。
It's like I'm stuck in purgatory or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
そのことよりあんたの顔って。
Your face.
私の顔がどうかした？
Huh? What about my face?
チワは100頭分とも称されるこの愛くるしい顔がどうかしたのかい？
What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
なんか見覚えがあるよ。初めて見る顔じゃないかも。
I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you. No, I do remember seeing it. I'm sure I've seen her too. It was definitely before I got to this school.
そうだ。この学園に来る前に見た雑誌の表紙で。
That's right, it was before I ever came to this school. I remember seeing a magazine cover.
僕はその顔を見てるんだ。
And you were on it.
へえ、なかなか優秀な記憶力じゃん。ここまで生き残っただけあるみたいだね。
Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you made it this far, huh?
やっぱりそうだったんだな。
So I was right.
だとしたら最初の玄関ホールで僕が聞いた言葉って。
What you told me in the main hall when this all began. I've seen her on tons of magazine covers, but I feel like that doesn't quite match up to reality. Huh? Oh, are you talking about my cover photos and junk? Well, of course, those are totally photoshopped. Photoshopped? Yeah, you know, edited to hell and back with like computers and junk. Oh, so they aren't real.
時には自分に嘘をつくことも必要。そういう前向きさもあると思うんだよね。
Sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
そもそも別人だから見た目の印象が違うのは当然。そういうことか。
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same, because she was a different person all along.
私は私、ムクロはムクロ。
I'm me, and Makoto is Makoto.
いくら持ったところで、彼女が超高校級のギャルになるのは不可能なんだ。
She tried her best, but there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista.
肉体と意識の壁が存在する限り、人と人とは決して一つにはなれないんだよ。
Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist.
たとえ双子だとしてもね。
Not even if they're twins. Twins?
よくある設定なんだよ。だから今更言うのも恥ずかしいんだけどさ。
I know. It's such a cliché, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it.
つまり私とムクロは双子の関係にあるんだ。
So basically, Makoto and I had your stereotypical twin relationship.
体力自慢の姉という設定が戦場ムクロ。
The older sister,
天才でしかも妹という設定が私。
the older sister, tough and proud. That was Makoto. The younger sister, smart and cute. That was
江ノ島純子ちゃん
me, Junko fucking Inoshima. What the hell?
姉妹揃って超高校級の絶望シスターズでした
And together we were the Despair Sisters, aka the ultimate despair.
なんか急にキャラ変わってねえか
Oh, she's a totally different person now.
言っただろ絶望的に飽きっぽいんだだから自分のキャラにすら飽きちまうんだよ
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell. I even get fucking bored with myself.
でも双子の姉妹なのになんで名字が違うの？
But if you're twins, why do you have different last names?
またその質問かよよく聞かれるんだよな
Ugh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit?
そっちは初めてでもこっちは絶望的に飽きてんだよ何度も同じ質問に答えさせられてよ
Maybe it's new to you, dumbass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over.
よくある話だから勝手に想像しろそれが正解でいいぜ
Just make up whatever answer you want, I don't give a shit. You choose fucking lame anyway.
でも双子の姉妹ってことはあんたはお姉さんを殺したの？
But if she was your twin, that means you killed your own sister?
それには海より深い事情があるんだ嘘だよねよ
If her reason's deeper and darker than the ocean. Ha! As if.
仕方がないですね。私から説明しましょう。
Well, I suppose I better explain.
今回の計画において殺し合い学園生活を裏でコントロールする役目は必須でした。
For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes.
モノクマの操作やあなた方の見張り、いわゆる黒幕の役目ですね。
The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma. Keep an eye on everyone, things like that.
ですが、私の計算上、戦場ムクロではその責務を果たすのは不可能でした。
But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Makoto to perform such duties.
なぜなら、彼女は残念なお姉ちゃんだからです。
Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family.
一人で傭兵団に入ったりするような残念すぎるお姉ちゃんだからです。
Leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment.
なので、私がコントロール役に回り、彼女は表の学園生活に残ってもらうことにしました。
Hey Kyoko, why are you pointing your finger out like that? So I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life.
二人ともが裏に回るという選択肢もありましたが、彼女がいたところで私の助けにはなりませんし。
I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way.
それに、15人の参加者だとキリもいいですからね。
Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with.
だけど、そこで問題となったのは、戦場ムクロの超高校級の軍人という肩書き。
Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem.
いわゆる 3Z ですね。絶望的に臭い、絶望的に汚い、絶望的に気持ち悪い。
She had what I called the three atrocities. Atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive.
社会のニーズから大きく外れていることはわざわざ計算しなくてもわかります。
It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society.
一方、私の超高校級のギャルには花もあり、捨てるにはもったいない。
Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status is an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
だから入れ替わった。
And that's why you switched identities?
ですが、計算以上に私に似ていませんでしたね。それはもう絶望的なほどに。
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause.
あれではただの雑魚キャラ、もしくはエキストラ A。
She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra unworthy of lines.
その残念なビジュアルも相まって、彼女がすぐに殺されると予想した人も多いはずです。
Being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away.
だから殺しました。ご期待に添えたくて。
Which is why precisely I killed her. To meet everyone's expectations.
まさかそれだけの理由で。
That can't be your only reason, can it?
もちろんそれだけではありません。飽きてしまったという明確な理由もあります。
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
私ってね、計画通りに物事を進めたことが今まで一度もないんだ。
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know.
計画しただけで先が見えちゃって、それで飽きちゃうっていうか。
If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring.
だから予定変更してムクロちゃんには見せしめ役になってもらうことにしたの。
So I changed things just a bit and decided to use Makoto to make a little point.
つまり戦場ムクロの死はあなたが一方的に仕組んだ裏切り行為。
In other words, Makoto's death was a one-sided premeditated act of betrayal,
そうだと思ったわ。
just as I suspected.
戦場ムクロが殺された時、彼女は明らかに予想外だと思っていたはずだもの。
When Makoto was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
やっぱバレちゃった？
So you figured it out?
そうだよね。ムクロちゃんにあんな迫真の演技ができるわけないもんね。
Well, you're right. There's no way Makoto could have pulled off such a convincing performance.
でもさ、そのおかげでいい感じの見せしめっぷりになったと思わない？
But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
どうして平気なんだよ。
How can you talk like that?
自分のお姉さんを犠牲にしておいてどうして平気でいられるんだよ。
You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
私がムクロちゃんを犠牲にした？だから怒ってんの？
What? I sacrificed her. That's what you got so hot under the collar?
やったー。勘違いって怖い。
Geez, misunderstandings sure are scary.
私たちは超高校級の絶望なんだよ。だから生きることに希望なんて感じてないっていうか。
We were the ultimate despair, you know. So we never had any kind of hope or expectations.
むしろ生まれた瞬間に世界に絶望してるの。間違った。生まれてこなきゃよかったって。
No, I felt despair as long as I can remember, like I never should have been born at all.
私が生まれた時に流した涙もそんな絶望の涙だったんだよ。
When I was born, I cried tears of total despair.
だからね、私たちにとっては
So that's
とか殺すとか大した問題じゃないの。
Huh. So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill.
私たちはそういう人間なの。だからこそ何でもできるんだよ。
We're just those kind of people. We can do anything.
常に絶望してるからこそ命を惜しまぬ全力投球ってわけさ。
We've always been filled with despair, so when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret.
なんとも思ってないってこと？自分のお姉さんを殺しておいて。
So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it?
そんなわけないじゃないですか。
That's not true at all.
双子の姉妹なんですよ。話し込めるわけないじゃないですか。
She has mushrooms on her head now? We were twins. How could I not be sad?
だからこそそそるんですけどね。
That's why it gets me so excited. Huh?
大好きなお姉ちゃんを自分の手で殺すなんて。
Killing my precious sister with my own two hands.
絶望的ですよね。超をつけたくなるほどの超絶望的ですよね。
That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it.
超絶望的。
It's like,
もっとですね。
It's like super, 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 super despair. No, more than that.
超絶望的すぎてです。
It just feels so good. What the hell is wrong with you?
ムクロ姉さんも死ぬ瞬間は絶望してたと思うんです。
And my sister too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair.
だって実の妹に殺されて、しかもただの見せしめとしてですよ。
After all, to be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else?
きっと絶望しながら死んだんだと思います。
She must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness.
だから羨ましいんです。超羨ましいんです。
I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
ただものではないと思っていたが、やはり変態だったが。
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of abnormality.
自分自身の絶望すら取り込む究極の絶望点。最低に厄介な変態ね。
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
ジェノサイダーもイカれてっけど、それとは違ったイカれ方だべ。
Like Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts.
弱者を殺すことしか能がない殺人鬼さんと一緒にしてほしくないって言いますか。
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right?
私って絶望的に容姿端麗で、絶望的に頭脳明晰で、絶望的な身体能力抜群な。
So I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic.
絶望的に完璧超人設定なんですよ。
I'm the hopelessly perfect ultimate human.
いや、その程度では完璧とは程遠いな。
No, I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said.
そうよ、ジョケン様の方が完璧よ。そこに大きな血統もプラスされるんだから。
Yeah, Master's way more perfect. Because on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood.
それって以前は大きな血統ですよね。
Huh? Don't you mean had that noble blood?
なんだと？どういう意味だ？
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
うぷうぷ。まだ気づいてないの？お前らって本当に鈍ちんだね。
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you guys are so slow.
そのくせキャンキャン騒いじゃってさ。まだ解けてない謎もあるっていうのにね。
You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are. Yap, yap, yapping away.
それって私たちの記憶のこと。
Are you talking about our memories?
謎はすべて解けた。犯人は僕だ。だからどうしてっていうの？
You've already solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer. So how about the next one?
勝ち誇るのはお前らの記憶の秘密を解いてからにしてもらえる？
Maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories. Then you can start gloating.
もちろんそのつもりだ。僕たちが全て解き明かしてみせる。
Damn straight, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to solve all these mysteries.
お前に勝ってみせる。
And then we'll have our victory.
うぷっぷ。楽しみだね。
I can't wait.
よし、じゃあ担当直入に聞くべ。俺たちのどんな記憶を奪ったんだ？
Huh. Wow, what the hell's going on? Alright, anyways, I'm gonna end the video here. Oh my god, it's like 2 hours and 21 minutes long. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the video off here. I'm gonna pick it up in the next one. I want to thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a comment. I hope you have yourself a good day. And this is Sweet Tooth, signing off. I love you.